yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up in the house? What's going on in the hood? What's going on in the hood? What's up in your neighborhood? What's up in the neighborhood? What's up in the neighborhood? I don't need that. All right. How's this gonna work? Let me see. Oh, sure. Let's see. Well, yeah. Let's see. Boom. Remove this window capture. Add a display capture. Adding the source. Add the source. We are going to capture display 2 and move it to the bottom, and transform fit to screen. Wait, what? Oh. Alert box. All that jazz. Okay. And want to control that. And want to copy that. Yeah. That's how I feel about this. And then I kind of want this one. Want to copy that. I want to paste the reference of that. Boom, boom. All right, y'all. Transition. Let me see. Okay.
The former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg seriously thinking of
So what's up
jumping
with
into
this?
this Democratic presidential contest.
Yeah, so just one thing that I noticed from what Andrew Yang had to say that I just want to dispute a little bit, and then one other
What's
thing. The
up
one thing I want to dispute
with
is the comparison, he didn't say his name, but the comparison between Michael Bloomberg and Tom Steyer is a little bit off. Michael Bloomberg
Tom Steyer is also a
Steyer,
Democratic
billionaire
candidate, and he's also a billionaire.
Who's run a million ads on impeaching
boom.
the president and eventually converted that into a campaign. Michael Bloomberg is a known national commodity from 12 years as the mayor of New York City with a long record of, you can debate, but he's got more than a decade of being in charge of the largest city by population in the country. And he's just much better known by the average person than Tom Steyer. That's point one. Point two, I'm just thinking of how this affects the field. If I'm Elizabeth Warren, and Abby was touching on this, I'm relatively happy about this because I think what Bloomberg does is there's a set of votes for Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, and then there's kind of a set of votes that up until now were Pete Buttigieg and Joe Biden. Broadly, there are other candidates who get some, but those are the big four. Bloomberg, by dint of his money, assuming he spends it, and there's every reason to assume he would if he runs, Bloomberg gets into that Buttigieg-Biden space, splits that vote up a little bit more. I think that's all basically to the good for Elizabeth Warren. I don't think it hurts her, and I think it suggests what we've been hearing. Again, Abby mentions what we've been hearing. The establishment is very concerned, and I would say right.
I don't know. I don't even really care about that. It was interesting to hear Yang Gang talk about the introduction of Michael Bloomberg into the Democratic race. But I don't really know at all what the value of Michael Bloomberg entering into the presidential running, being a candidate of it. What is that? Rocks. Don't have a clue. What any of that is. What's up? Thank you for tuning in on the Facebook. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook. All right. So, I am working and I'm contemplating big business. I'm chatting with Robert and talking to my homie Brian Kern and contemplating an idea. You know, been doing the podcast thing for a minute now and been doing it out of our personal studios, so you can say home studios. And one of the things about, you know, doing things in your home studio is you don't get out, you know? You start just chilling at your own place, and you don't get a lot of interaction with other members of what we would call society. And as a result of not really interacting with anyone, you might find that you don't really. Anyway, I, again, trying to figure out exactly how to start a studio for podcasting, music production, television, all of those things. You know, I've seen various different ways that people have gotten into the oh man, I think I'm feedback. That's not good. How do I fix this? Let me get rid of that. Got a little feedback for a second there. What was I saying? Before anyway, so there's that. Well, forget about that then. Scratch that. Restart. New podcast. For a minute there, I bugged out and I didn't have the right things all adjusted, so we're gonna restart this podcast. I gotta figure out some way for me to no, I don't even need this. I don't know why I have this on. I just needed to check my audio levels. So now it's off. Now it's not gonna do it. I can turn back on the output, no problem. And I could chill, do the streaming thing. I can also do the podcasting thing at the same time. I'm just, I want to get back into doing my personal show, my personal podcast, and at least doing the solo podcast pretty regularly with people being able to interact, because right now I'm just working a little bit, trying to do some marketing and advertising, staying up to date on the numbers, making sure that I'm running good numbers. I can't show you guys the marketing and advertising numbers I'm getting on Facebook right now because I don't want to, leak any information right now. But right now it looks like the current campaign that I'm running for Robert Gardner Wellness, we're spending about $10, about $11, and we're getting leads, and those leads are turning into the value of anywhere from 400 to $31.99. And that's a lot of value, and one lead could potentially, you're making a $390 profit potentially, maybe off of $10, and that's amazing. I think that as I kind of transition and I take one of my projects, one of my businesses, Cyber City Media, to the next level, right? Of where I have a couple different businesses out here. Yeah, Iona could. Hey, John, aka John, I want to see. This is the chat. I want to see something truly beautiful. Okay, let me see this. Sends me a link. What is this? Oh, it opened it. I have no idea what this is. Resolution is bad, but it's like a cartoon for those of you listening to the audio podcast. It's the Mine Song in Romanian. Is there any way I can turn this into English subtitles? Something, I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to explain that video for sure. That was interesting, for sure. Sounds like a bootleg Toad. Oh, interesting. How do I sound, John? Do I sound all right? Do I sound all right? Where was I going with this? Okay, so Cyber City Media, my marketing and advertising company, mostly marketing, not too much, design or advertising or print or anything like that. We've been doing all good. Oh, perfect. My sound sounds good. Sound. It's sound, man. I'm not sure what. Okay, good. We're making some headway. Making some headway over on the Cyber City Media Company. Austin Live and Local, I don't know. Austin Live and Local, as far as like a news outlet for the local news here in Austin, I kind of, haven't done anything recently. That's for sure. Haven't posted to Facebook. Haven't done much. I think I made some changes on the website about that. That's about it, though, as far as what I've been doing. And John just gave us another YouTube video. This one says Blocks Episode 5. Let's do this. Let's do this thing.
The idea for this episode was chosen by my patrons on Patreon. To become a patron yourself, link is in the description.
Okay. What is this about? Hey, thanks for the follow, John. What is this? This is weird. It's like some chicken video where two stick men are playing like Minecraft or something like that in a 2D scroller. And oh, he's making a big chicken. Oh, snap. Oh, he just destroyed the chicken. Oh, it's like he's making music or something. Heavy bass tones and a kick drum. Oh, wow. I guess I'm using up too much bandwidth watching the videos. I don't know. I have no idea. That's an interesting video. I don't know much about that for sure. Looks like I dropped some frames. 53% of frames dropped for a second there. I don't know how regular that is. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't hook me, man. John, it didn't. That video did not hook me. I was not entertained by any means. But anyway, so back to the story at hand. Austin Live and Local news, Austin, Texas. Not making many moves right now, but maybe in the new year we get some more moves going on over there. Cyber City Media, keep on going. John says, do you just want to listen to Hagstrom? I'm not even sure what that is. I will check it. Maybe I do. I look like somebody else. Hagstrom. Dude, I don't know. I don't know who this is either. Interesting. Who's this dude?
What are you doing with a fridge, Ted?
I got a fucking mini fridge.
Okay. Ted.
This John thinks that on... Oh, I've seen this video.
Okay, now get an image of Jerry Seinfeld.
Shut up.
I saw this video. Somebody sent that to me a long time ago, I think. Anyway, yeah. I'm dropping frames, and I don't know why. No idea. No idea why I'm dropping frames. Hagstrom, okay. No, I don't have a poop computer, but I might have poop internet. What the heck is that, man? No. No good. No good. Yes, I know what Minecraft is, but I'm not like a big Minecraft fan or anything like that.
What is up, COD people? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to a Monday morning esports talk episode. This continuing the COD drama. If you guys are a frequent viewer of the show, I do really enjoy the COD drama, but already, last episode I talked about this. I love it. I really do love covering it, but I think we've already reached the point where I'm like, I don't know if this is safe to cover everything out there. We have seen so many rivalries forming, which I do really enjoy seeing. So far, I've already announced those rivalries, and whether it's a pro to a Path to Pro member, a Path to Pro member to a pro member, or a non-signed player to a a Path to Pro member. We even have non-signed players calling out pro players who have been signed by now. It does keep on going. I'm going to try and cover it in the safest light possible for all of you guys. If you have any stories out there you want me to cover, our DMs are always open. The comment section is always open. And the Reddit forums, well, they're calling out pro player after pro player. I would say most importantly, though, of all of our stories today, we actually have Karma taking to Twitter this past weekend with some somewhat concerning thoughts out there. Apparently undergoing some health concerns and has been for a little bit of time out there, has never had health concerns in the past, and it's going to be keeping him away from the stream for at least a week or so. And instantly when I think about this, especially when we have these kind of health concerns around players who might be going towards the end of their careers, it makes me think of other players out there who have had similarly concerning issues inside of esports. We have Astralis member Device. He's had concerning issues digestively and obviously affected his gameplay at some point or another. Alongside that, people like Get Right from NIP have been well known to have these historic health issues. Obviously, both those guys are still top level players, but when it comes time for players who might be retiring in the next few years and across their entire lifespan of esports, it certainly has had an impact on their performance at some point or another. And so hopefully this is a nothing issue. Hopefully it's a non-issue. Hopefully we get some results here back sometime soon from Karma.
What is this called again?
That it's not going to be anything too concerning. The fact that he's taking at least a week off for streaming, though, should be a bit concerning, especially for his team as we approach the first season. I will keep you guys all posted on that. Best of luck and wishes and prayers, of course, to him and his family, and hopefully everything does work out well alongside that. I would say in the more controversial side of things, though, that's going to be Parasite. Well known now, especially over the past week or so, for his calling out of several pro players out there, and of course a Dexerto article also following this, where he actually has a kind of a viral clip out there calling out the Path to Pro system. If you guys do not know, substitute players who have been signed to Call of Duty rosters or Call of Duty League rosters as sub players, they get their 15,000 Path to Pro points just handed to them. And it's a system I would think is very highly debatable. And with this being debatable and controversial, I think it brings a great point. I'm not trying to side with Parasite. I'm not trying to side with the league here. Obviously, it's their incentive to protect their players and give those sub players, because they earned their way, no matter through social media, no matter through in-game skill. If they earn their way onto a signed Call of Duty roster, they get those 15,000 points, which greatly does influence the way they can actually acquire funding to appear at events, and that is a very influential thing. I can definitely understand, though, why some people might think it's unfair. Some people like that of Parasite.
Domination.
Bro, they can take their 15k gifted pro points and shove them up their ass.
Right up there.
Whoa.
Yo, I love
SND on Cave and SND
What? That
last
shit's
map.
a joke.
Both those SNDs guys, we just
My
Nah, we
career,
iced up,
focus, bro. Good shit.
my career literally
back,
is
man. I love
robbed
that.
by people who don't deserve it.
We did a great job playing our lives that second side.
Bro, I'm a little different, dude.
Yeah.
And I know we got some great analysts out there, especially in our Discord as well. We got Misery, we especially got Sweeper. A lot of great guys in the COD scene are a part of this community over here as well. I'd love to hear your comments about this kind of thing. I'm not trying to take a side, but certainly with the given debate out there and how controversial this topic is, I think that Parasite does have some backing for the callouts he has made about this being somewhat of an unfair system. Yes, it sucks that some pro players out there, or pro players, I know there's a very debatable point on whether or not why Parasite has not been signed, but yes, it can seem as a person who's trying to pursue Path to Pro and eventually get signed, it can be seen as a very unfair advantage for a substitute player who maybe did not exactly earn his way into a sub spot to be gifted those points. So just understand that point of things. Alongside that, he also responded to Dylan out of nowhere. He really digs deep and brings up the cheating allegations, which is fairly well known about, but even further on Reddit, we have other people talking about even more prominent figures out there like that of Scraps, also with a history of cheating. And I will be honest with you guys, I'm trying to be open and honest at all times with all of you. I'm pretty scared to cover those kind of stories, because when it comes to these accusations and allegations, yes, they might seemingly be true, but when you're talking about very prominent figures out there like that of Scraps, who is very well liked across most of his social media for obvious reasons, I'm a bit weary about covering those kind of stories. But yes, so many things have been rehashed amidst all this drama out there. I do love drama. This side of things, though, maybe not so much. I think it's a good call out to make and a great debate to start out there of the Path to Pro advantages that sub players get compared to other typical pros who are not being paid, who are not signed, and they have to really fight their way to get that funding to even be able to compete at Path to Pro events. So I really do respect the move. Closing statements as well from Parasite himself on kind of the closing issues of how he always speaks out about these things. He's relentless, and he's going to keep on speaking out no matter if you guys are offended by that or not. I really do. I respect the double down, because he is getting a lot of backlash for this, and so a great debate will continue. I will keep you guys all posted on that. Very lastly, and also in probably the the biggest news out there. I covered it in our last video. If you guys want to check it out, I covered all the biggest and best esports awards that were given out for the annual esports awards show this past weekend. Some great talent out there, some great winners, teams, players, organizations, companies, all around, some great winners across the entire event. One of them was, yes, the console rookie player of the year, the boy himself. That's going to be Simp, obviously with chips and a championship to end his rookie season fresh out of high school. There was no competition here, guys. He also was in competition for, I believe, one other award on top of that. When it comes time for console rookie player of the year, and you take some chips and you take a championship at COD Shams to end your end of high school career as well, there's no competition. It was much well deserved. Until next time, though, I hope you guys all enjoy breaking down daily Call of Duty, gaming, esports news. If you guys have a story, always make sure to feel free to drop a comment or a DM as well. They are always open for you.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks for the follow, Trax. Maybe watch this. Watch it again.
And the controversy, the drama, all this stuff around FaZe Clan does continue. If you guys have not heard a few statements about FaZe Clan in the past, I think someone out there I talked to recently put it very well. Whether good or bad, FaZe Clan is always doing something. Now, along with that, though, we have the controversy kind of being re-brought back up because as of recent interview with FaZe Apex and Josh Hart, he reveals the maker of what we think to be the FaZe Clan logo, although we look back 4 years to Ferox. If you guys do not know, originally a designer for FaZe Clan back in the day, way back 2013, 2014, even before then, I believe stretching back a couple of years as well, as he does actually claim in that video, which went viral, 4 million plus views as well, that he was the original maker of that FaZe Clan logo, had been a part of their team for around 3 years when he made it for them, and apparently then later on was kicked/left that team because, well, he wasn't really cared for. And in Ferox's statement as well, he actually says he made that FaZe Clan logo back in 2011 and was later kicked because, according to himself, he said that Tommy had told him it's not about what you've done for us, it's what you can do for us. As in, it's not what about you've done for us in the past, but what you can do for us in the future. He also goes on to state he was never a part of their official roster. Alongside that, he was never really treated like he was on the team. Later on, they actually announced an in-house design team, which he was not going to be a part of, eventually leading to his kick. Now, why I bring this up and back in the controversies, because there's a lot going on around FaZe Clan. I don't think it's actually necessarily a bad thing to bring up about this, because the debatable point's been around for several years now, and lately has been re-brought back up by Apex himself, who talked about in one of the videos we covered here about how this FaZe Clan logo was made, and it was actually on that same video. A lot of you guys commented about Ferox being the person who actually made the initial logo, although according to FaZe Clan members, including Apex, it was actually Tommy or Temper, one of the founding members of FaZe Clan, which he did state very recently, just last month.
I'm not gonna lie, I love this logo too. I think it's the dopest logo.
And the handstick, like, it was just...
Dude, it's so crazy. Dude, that's the thing. It's just all like, if there's anyone that's been around for a while, this is another controversial topic, but I'll tell you the real story of the logo. Tommy Temper, he drew out the logo basically. So all it is.
And so just based off these two videos and recency, the interview with FaZe Apex, I'm left with a question here. You know, we have the FaZe Clan logo, which by the way, in the same interview we found out is a backwards F and a C for FaZe Clan. So that kind of blew a lot of people's minds out there to try and maybe ease a lot of the pressure on this controversy out there. We have a designer formerly of FaZe Clan, eventually was kicked by FaZe Clan, stating back in 2011 that he had made their logo. Obviously, they were much less prominent back then. I think he actually goes on to state 100,000 followers or so. They are obviously in the millions by now across all of their content creators, pulling in potentially billions of views every single year. And very lately as well, we've heard of the evaluation rumors around FaZe Clan being one of the only profitable esports organizations currently in gaming and esports, which makes their evaluation probably at least a couple $100 million. And they want to stick to the fact that it was not Ferox, one of their original designers, it was actually Tommy or Temper, one of their original founding members, who designed the logo. And it is a controversy, right? It's definitely worth it, although I don't think this is going to go anywhere. Obviously, by now, seems to be a very old topic. If he had a chance to actually sue, he would have had to trademark that logo the second he did make it, alongside that copyrighted in some way that FaZe Clan couldn't just take it. And if they did pay him some sum of money out there, if they actually rewarded him with a retweet or shouting him out in some form of actual justification for his work, I don't think he has any right to go back. But it is a shame to see if it is true, which we will never know the full details. It's actually a he said, she said, or more in this case, he said kind of case. We have a few members out there who say it's Tommy. We have the community thinking it might be Ferox, and he will probably never be rewarded for his logo making if he did indeed do it and actually make the FaZe Clan logo, which, by the way, if he would have taken $50 for the work back then, that logo's now worth a lot more than that. And this is only one of many drama-filled stories out there about FaZe Clan. I'm sure you guys are well aware. That's probably why a lot of you guys are fans of the clan themselves, because they do things, they're involved in things. Like I said before, good or bad, they are always doing something. We have several lawsuits out about FaZe Clan.
FaZe Clan is my
which will probably, maybe
favorite.
go in their favor. Yet again, they are kind of the bad boys of esports. And just all of these stories, whether true or not, allegations are still there about this organization, more so than I think about many other organizations out there. People sometimes call G2 the bad boys. I think it's definitely the FaZe Clan team over there, as we've had them, filled in with many lawsuits out there, many potential stories, this one being included. And as always, you guys can leave your thoughts down below. Who do you think made the FaZe Clan logo? Tommy, FaZe Temper, or Ferox, one of the original designers back in 2011, as he does claim, and has now been, I guess, ousted from the organization for quite some time. The details we may never know, but as always, my name is Jake, breaking down esports and gaming news here every single day. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. What else we got to watch here? What else we got to watch here? Not really impressed by any of that stuff. Do 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 do. Doodly doo doo doo. Doodly doodly doo dee doo. Doodly doo. I don't know why that's behaving funky. Whoa, weird. Coming in from a different angle.
I have waited literally 7.
Gross. When I was a young warthog. Why is this taking forever? Let's see. What can we watch while we wait? Dude. Refresh, I guess. Post Maloney. Oh, God. Ah, here we go. Boom. It's getting hot in here. The sun is beating down on my face. Ugh. Become a Jedi? New mode available. Duos. New mode available. Duos. Duos. %.
I just hope I don't have to fight with that smiling robot. I'm just kidding. He's fine. Everyone's fine.
Ahead, we talk of victory and slaughter.
Harder, faster, stronger.
Introducing your champion.
I'm not a pawn. I'm here to break the game.
I'm the showmaster, which should go without saying.
On Goofer, the fight honors me.
It's opening season. You gotta love it. Free tip. Just try a little bit harder. I'm proud to have fought with you. But seriously, I mean it. What is it? Free tip. Just try. This might be a good place to land, but what do I know?
Sí, por favor.
Well, it's opening season. You gotta love it. Or not. Oh yeah, nailed day one, I guess.
I love this part!
The All-Father honors us with victory and life. Marking our surroundings. I'm taking fire.
Firing. Reloading. Alright, shots fired and they're hitting me.
Oh, no. There's another squad! Arcstar!
I'm down. Next ring is close.
They actually got heat.
The All-Father has gifted me with a better strength.
I'm gonna check out over here. Could use some help. Got one here.
Hostile over there.
Well, let's see if it can catch back up.